The spring series of the ILCA UK National Opens consists of 3 events in March. The first was held at Portland Sailing Club, and we're now here for 2 back-to-back events at the Olympic venue from 2012, the Weymouth and Portland National Sailing Academy. So top tips for daylight today, because, you know, boat speed makes you a tactical genius, but there's not that big a differences in boat speed when it's so light and flat water.
Yeah, I'd say you've got to get the starts pretty good on a day like today and just keeping your air clear, and then just trying to get that first gain off the line is pretty important. So you give yourself options. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
And quite an unusual wind direction for March. I always think March in Weymouth, it's fresh to frightening. We're out in the bay, but today light airs in the harbour. Was that what you were expecting?
No, to be fair, normally coming to Weymouth you'd expect to go into the bay. We don't often race in the harbour, so that was a nice change and made for some different conditions to normal.
And I would say the level of the fleet is going up and up and up. Not as in the highest standard, but the fact is there's more depth going further and further back in the fleet. So what do you do when you hit the traffic? Because unfortunately, there's just a lot of boats and a lot of points out there, aren't there?
I think that it's definitely difficult, but you need to keep focusing on boat speed and but also keeping your head out of the boat at the same time, because at the end of the day, that's where the most gains are going to be, especially in conditions like that. And also just trying to get as clean a lane as possible.
Do you think this venue's like some of the other venues you've been to? Because it was a 2012 Olympic venue for a very good reason.
I think it's definitely a good venue. I think it's different in different conditions, and especially because it's got the bay and the harbour, so it's definitely a big variety that you can get here. But it's a good venue.
Do you think we were going to get 4 races?
Well, I knew obviously the race committee was optimistic, but I thought after 3 we were probably going to start sailing in, but then obviously everyone got surprised and we went out for another one, so that was obviously quite a big turning point where you had to re-lock into the racing, and then I think there was gains to be made by staying focused.
It's really hard when there's a lot of traffic. Sometimes it's safe to aim for the middle and then just sort of see what happened. But do you think other people coming to this venue, you'd recommend the training here, or do you think it's better to be doing that short course stuff? Because it's quite a long downwind compared to what we do in training, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd totally recommend it. It's such good practice because there's so many varied conditions. I think compared to some of the shorter courses and stuff, then you certainly get a bigger scope of what goes on. So yeah, I definitely recommend.
And next weekend, probably shouldn't say this, give it the kiss of death. It looks like a little bit more breeze. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some hiking. It's been a while.
People rarely say that.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's quite fun.
National Open 2 done and dusted, and looking at the weather forecast, who would have imagined we would have got 6 races in? The next event also here at the Weymouth and Portland National Sailing Academy, and I wonder what the final Spring National Open will bring.